We got Deontae Williams of Woodland Hills. He's an athlete.
Who? You said we got who?
Deontae Williams. Yeah. Woodland Hills. The situation.
Situation.
Oh, the situation. So
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
He's a great athlete. You know, he came up with a lot of midget league fame. I think he started coming down to me 2 years ago. You know, I watched him grow. You know, great athlete, can play multiple positions. I think for a minute there he got caught up where he wanted to be just a quarterback, and having a long conversation with his head coach over there at Woodland Hills. He was like, you got to be a dual. You're an athlete, not just a quarterback. And so I think he's, from that conversation and seeing him around speed and agility and at camps, the 7-on-7, he knows I'm just not a quarterback, I'm an athlete. But on the football field this year, he might be the most dynamic athlete in Whippia. What you think?
Man, dynamic is definitely a great word to use because when I first seen him, people said, you know, Woodland Hills got this quarterback. And when I seen him, I'm like, you don't think of quarterback when you actually watch him play.
Right.
But then you think, damn, this kid making plays right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that it's just pure athleticism that's taking over. He's making good football plays. Like his vision, you know, is crazy. You know, you're seeing him playing against dudes that's, you know, he's playing against Division I guys. They're flying around.
Right.
And he looks ahead of the game.
Right.
You know, definitely a big time playmaker.
Right. Yeah, 3 people that come to mind when I do look at him a little bit. You know, he's not all the way like him, but there's a little bit of qualities. So you got Sky Moore. So he's at Western Michigan, Shadyside Academy, freshman All-American at Western Michigan this year. Shantae Spencer a little bit, because I remember when I first seen Shantae Spencer playing at Woodland Hills, he was coming up at that safety position, cracking dudes at a $160, $155. And you're like, who's this dude? I seen him against Penn Hills. I'm like, who is this dude? Then he was at quarterback, giving him that good stuff, throwing the ball, taking off, scoring touchdowns. And he was like a late, you know, guy people came in on too. And then with his willingness to be just a football player, Jermaine Robinson, he's another 2-10 guy. Seeing him since midget league, middle school, high school, college, professional ranks, just that tenacity. You played with Jermaine, you know what I mean? That tenacity to be a winner, to take over games, and just a football player.
Yeah, man, like, you know, when you compare the guy to Jermaine, I think that's one of the, like, ultimate compliments.
Right.
Because, like, not only is it, like, a level of selflessness, you know, because you talk about guys being coachable and things like that, going to the next level,
right,
but the ability to make everybody around you better.
Right.
There ain't too many dudes that can do that.
Right.
You know, and I think, you know, Jermaine is legendary in his right, you know, for that. You know, he makes guys better.
Right.
But then when you bring a certain level of toughness, especially playing a quarterback position,
Right.
and then you carry over the defense and back and forth,
Right.
like you got a different football team, and it's hard to, you know, it's hard to compete against that when you got a guy like that. You know,
Right.
opposing
Right.
coaches, then all they can do is just sit back and wait for this kid to graduate.
Right. Yeah, he got 2 more years like that.
You know, I mean, and for him,
They 3-0.
right now they're undefeated,
Yeah.
and they're not just, you know, getting bad. They're, you know, they're dominating their opponents.
Right.
And you know, that shows a high level of just, you know, character and ability to execute when you win and win convincingly. Like,
Right.
there ain't no question about what the situation's doing out there. All right, so there we go with some sophomore film of the situation.
See the vision?
Yo.
See the vision? Did you see him go in and out?
Definitely. I seen that. I mean, that was just a good team. You know, Bethel Park was a semifinal team last year.
He cribbing it. One thing college coaches want to see, you taking it to the house. And he got a strong arm. Ooh.
That ball just went 40 yards in the air on a dime.
Playing some D right here.
Okay, here we go.
Showing his athletic ability. Pick that. Give me that. Give me that.
Man.
He's an athlete. He's showing offensive ability and
Hey, and that's that game-breaking ability, right?
Right.
You talk about, like, Jermaine. Like,
Right.
you know, Jermaine's a baller.
Right.
But he is a cerebral player.
Right,
To see that and make the play on that ball.
Right, there you go.
Oh,
right
there you go in the box making a tackle. That's huge.
He's an athlete. He's punting. Reggie Roby, baby. Reggie Roby. Reggie Roby.
And jack of all trades right here,
Yeah.
man. Like that. That one where him filling up in the box like that, man. Like you don't see too many DBs doing that. You know, here we go, busted play right here. The ability to keep his composure,
right,
and throw a strike to a guy. You know, they say he's not a quarterback, but you see some of these throws he's making. His vision right here, just being a smart football player, man. Just making plays for his team.
Yeah, he's a gamer. He's a gamer.
That one right there is big. You know, college coaches, you know, looking at that, he's rolling out to his left as a right-handed quarterback. You know, you got to be a special type of dude to make that type of play right there.
Would you say Antoine Randall Ellis back at Indiana? Antoine was nice.
He was.
Yeah.
He definitely
Same
was.
type of size, kind of.
Yeah, Antoine was about, what, like 5'11"?
Yep.
Yeah,
175. He played QB and had a good pro career.
Yeah, you know, playing receiver.
Yep.
You know, he's definitely one of them guys, and what makes him even more expendable is
not the big Josh. Give me that.
That's a nice touch pass right there.
Okay, situation.
But what makes him expendable is now we classify him as an athlete, but the ability to do this just creates packages. If he's not a quarterback at the next level, now a college coach will sit down and put a package together for this dude. You know, because when you got to, like, as a defensive coach, when you got to account for the quarterback in the run game, it makes it a lot harder because the offense picks up an extra blocker. So now you got to bring more guys into the box, but then having the ability to throw the ball the way that he's showing, it puts you in a real tough position. All right, so we got to see some of Deontae's tape. Him as a 10th grader, you know, as a young guy producing at the varsity level. Now let's take a look at, you know, the progress he made not only as a football player but as an athlete, and see what he's doing this year already for Woodland Hills.
Let's go. Teddy.
Look at that. You see him, he keeping his eyes downfield, you know, looking to try to complete the pass. Guy wasn't there. Tuck it and run. Rolling out. Man. Dang, he throws a nice ball rolling out to the left like that. And that's the thing. We talk about him being a good athlete, but you see a lot of fundamentals in his game. You know, you could tell that, like, you know, he's very coachable. You know, he pays attention. And like I said, seeing a young guy roll out to his left and throwing the ball with his right hand, you don't see every day.
Get to sling that thing, can he?
Whoa.
He threw that thing, what, 60 yards?
Yo, that thing took off.
Yeah.
You know, getting
got a
sack.
sack. Think this guy's a BCS guy?
Absolutely.
Right. That's how I feel too.
I think that, you know, he got on the scene a little late. He had real good sophomore film. But for whatever reason, it just didn't translate. But seeing this and seeing the steps that he took from his sophomore year to his junior year. And I also heard that he's pretty young too.
Yeah, he is.
You know, like that stuff can't be, man, it can't be taught.
He's definitely one dude that's on the rise.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he got the Toledo offer. He got some more probably coming down the line here.
Yeah, so I mean the dead period with Division I, and like they've been scrambling trying to find, you know, 21 guys. Once they see this and get a chance to like evaluate him just as a football player, like his vision, like you see how tough he is, like it's just a lot of things you don't see out of a quote unquote just a good athlete. Like he's a baller, he's a gamer.
He is a gamer.